Today we have made an important decision to secure Ukraine's financial needs in the future. And what is also morally important is ensuring that Russia pays for the damage and suffering it has caused in Ukraine. In concrete terms, EU leaders have agreed to give the European Commission a mandate to make a proposal on how to use frozen Russian assets to support Ukraine's finances. Belgium, along with some other countries, has raised questions about how this can be legally and practically done. But the key message today is that the Commission will now work out the details and return with a proposal. It's reasonable that Belgium, which holds most of these frozen assets, wants clarity before moving forward. The most important step today was to assign this mission to the Commission so that progress can continue. This is a new approach, something never done before. The money at stake is huge and could help meet Ukraine's future budget needs. It's also a moral question that Russia, whose central bank assets are frozen, should bear the cost of its aggression. This was one step forward, and more details will come as the Commission develops its proposal. There are still many question marks, but the priority is clear: helping Ukraine meet its urgent financial needs. The task is urgent because Ukraine faces uncertainty in financing already by 2026 and 2027. Sweden has been pushing for this for a long time and will continue working to make it happen. The European Council has formally tasked the Commission to design a plan for using frozen Russian resources to fund Ukraine. This aims to meet Ukraine's budget needs and ensure Russia is held accountable for the damage it caused. Discussions were intense. Belgium raised many objections, and other countries expressed concerns about shared responsibility. Belgium's Prime Minister insisted that risks and benefits must be shared among all EU members. Today's decision only authorizes the Commission to make a proposal, but it's a critical step. Some hesitation remains, because sharing financial risks makes some countries cautious. Sweden's position is firm. Using frozen Russian assets is both reasonable and morally correct. This is a multi-step process, and the Commission will continue refining details. There's broad support for this direction, and the issue will return at the next European Council meeting in December. If the EU wants to keep supporting Ukraine, a sustainable financing model must be found. Other financing options will also be explored, but the focus stays on frozen Russian assets. On climate goals, EU leaders were divided on the green transformation. Sweden supports cutting emissions by 90% by 2040 and wants the EU to defend that goal at global climate meetings. No changes were made to current climate goals. The Environment Minister will revisit this later. Using frozen Russian assets is new and untested, and comes with questions about risks. But Sweden believes this is the best way to fund Ukraine and ensure Russia pays for its war. The meeting also discussed housing and internal market investments, with an emphasis on shared risk for loans. Sweden reminded that it has already taken significant responsibility and called for more countries to contribute. The key point is that these frozen Russian central bank assets exist, can meet Ukraine's needs, and morally must be used. Ukraine's financial needs are massive and immediate. Funding must be secured without delay. Ukraine should decide how the money is used, since Russia shows no sign of peace. The EU must both support Ukraine and increase pressure on Moscow. Today's move, along with the 19th sanctions package targeting Russian energy and the shadow fleet, marks another step in that direction. Putin still refuses real peace talks, so Europe must act. Reaching a decision on frozen Russian assets is crucial for Ukraine's future. Today's step is an important milestone in that ongoing process.